Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Francine, and this is my channel, The Hermetic Herald, here for another celebrity tarot reading. So I've been hearing in the news and kind of touching base with viewer requested readings. So those are coming, and also the people and the insight that's coming out in the present moment with the media. And I wanted to kind of balance the two and touch base with more of what's going on right now in front of us. So I'm going to be touching base with Timothee Chalamet and with Kylie Jenner again. So if you guys are new to my channel, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am a clairvoyant, clairaudient, so many clairs. I bring a lot of insight and truth from my spirit guides and spirit team and my ancestors. So they're all going to be touching base with me on information that we will not or may not know, things that we should expect in the public with regards to these celebrities. So I touched base with Timothee and Kylie 3 times, 2 or 3 times already, and I said what I said in those videos. If you'd feel interested in checking those out based on the current energies of what they were bringing, I will have them linked on the top right corner. I may have to put one of them at the end. It's because I believe YouTube only allows 1 video at a time on the top right corner. So yeah, we saw what had happened in those videos, and I'm going to look at this once again, but I'm going to look at their current energies. What's the state of the relationship between these 2 people? What are they bringing to the relationship at this current moment in time? What is their potential together as partners? And what lessons are they learning through this relationship or dynamic? And what should they pay close attention to? I will try to get timestamps out, likely after the video is uploaded, just because it takes some time, and I also just have a lot of other things that I want to put out there today. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, because I'm not going to spoil what I said in the last readings. I'm just going to come at this completely new. So let's see what happens here. I have some selenite for you guys, so if you'd like to just allow that to wash over you. Sometimes selenite, herbs are really helpful in clearing the space. Okay, so let's look at this. Spirit, what would you like me to touch base with? What deck should I touch base with them on? Okay, so we're going to use the Millennial Tarot. Let's see what comes through here. Wow. Interesting. I'm getting messages and I'm trying to kind of collect information here. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so they want me to start. What is the state of the relationship right now? What is Timothee bringing to the relationship? What is Kylie bringing to the relationship? And what is their potential together as partners? Now, they told me just the first 4. Let's go continue there with what lessons are they learning through this relationship. That'll be there. And what should they pay close attention to? What should they pay close attention to? If you ever notice me looking on the right, it's because I have my notebook here with the stuff in case I forget, so that I remember what questions there are. What should they pay close attention to? What should Kylie Jenner and Timothee Chalamet pay close attention to? I'm hearing draft. That's so interesting. What should they pay close attention to? Apparently that's specific. Okay. What should they pay close attention to? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. All right, interesting. All right, no peeking. So, okay, bottom of the deck here is the Knight of Cups for the overall energy of this spread. Ally, so there's an ally energy between the 2 of them. The reason why I use this deck is because the words are very important for us to note. Ally is someone who's on your side, someone who's teamed up with someone who feels like they can trust this person, that they're on their side, that they're going to walk with them through an endeavor. We also see here standing up and fighting. So they're standing up and fighting for a cause with this relationship here. We also have Emperor, the patriarchy, with regards to there being a potential relationship, right? With what we've seen in the public with them recently kissing, recently going out with the videotape, the footage and all of that at Beyonce's Renaissance, when she was out in LA for her birthday for the concert, they were there. So patriarchy is coming through. This idea and understanding of relationships is coming through as their overall energy, right? And then we have, what's weird is the Nine of Swords for the overall energy, which is usually about worry, anxiety, fear, Sunday scaries, and the tipping point. So there's there's a tipping point here along with the moon. So there's some information, insight that's going to come through this reading that is not known to the public. And I'm feeling a lot of energy in the room, so we will see what comes through. All right, so that is the overall energy, just a love or an ally type energy between them, a partnership, and also addressing relationships. Having this come out in the form of patriarchy, in the form of some committed relationship between them, okay? So what's the state of the relationship? Let's see if that's actually the case and true. State of the relationship right now is death. So this can be a number of things. Death can either indicate that the relationship is ended or has ended, or it didn't happen, or it can mean that this is a very transformative time, because death card is 13, okay? So we're gonna keep an open mind. Let's see what comes through after this, but this is usually a very transformative energy. This is about something coming to, there being a lesson in this relationship. With this being the state of the relationship though, death is usually about the ending of something. So I'm just gonna say the beginning is, it seems as though we're starting with death as the state of the relationship, closing one door and opening another. So it could be, this can also denote that there's like this door opening through the relationship coming out, or the information about this relationship, it's helping them move into another place in their lives. That's why the death card is so transformative. It's about ending something in order to start again. Something is being transformed through this relationship dynamic here, okay? What is Timothee bringing to this relationship here? We have 7 of swag. I got this for him in another reading. So typically with the 7 of swag, 7 of pentacles energy, it's about putting all of your blood, sweat, and tears into an endeavor. And I'm getting BTS for some reason because of their song Blood, Sweat, Tears. So someone might be listening to BTS, and that's why they want me to confirm that you're listening to the right message or something that you're supposed to hear now. BTS is coming through. But 7 of Pentacles is usually about working on something tirelessly. Like you spent a lot of time getting ready for something, and it took a lot of hustling in order to get to this place. Hustle culture is also about the idea that you have to work until you're able to retire at some point in your 60s. This is about continuing to focus and grind on what you want to do and what you want to perfect, or what you want to see in your reality. It's about working 9 to 5, working and focusing on your craft. This is stepping out of the comfort zone, right? This is about pushing past any doubts, pushing past fears, pushing past insecurities. So he's pushing past a lot of insecurities, doubts, fears in regards to this, and he's trying to keep it going. This can be an energy of someone that's really tired, but it can also be about a person who's perseverant. He's willing to be perseverant in this relationship and to see it through, whatever that is and whatever is going on with this dynamic, okay? So far it's looking really interesting. It's not lovey-dovey yet, like you would see if he had the 2 of Cups or the Lovers or something like that. He has Pentacles in mind, which is money. That is what the state of the relationship on his end, what it looks like for him. It's involving his financial or physical gain from the relationship. He's building something up and he's working on it tirelessly, okay? What is Kylie bringing to the relationship? We have the High Priestess. So she's bringing a lot of insight. She's bringing knowledge and information to this relationship. I feel as though she's bringing experience to this relationship, because when you think of the High Priestess, it's such a more intuitive, but also a more like mature energy. It's like someone who knows what they're doing and is very intentional with what they're doing. We have understanding how life works. She knows how life works, and she's going with the motions and doing what she feels is intuitively correct or what is right for her. She's very in this energy, she's in her power. Between the two, in terms of their dynamic, she's coming through a lot more powerfully than him. And this could be because it's initiated by her, the relationship in general, or it's just that she's carrying it along. Because the Seven of Pentacles is usually like, I'm tired, I've done a lot of work so far, and this is about keep going. You know you got it, you know you should be doing this. So it's like the dynamic is interesting. Okay, that's all I'll say about that so far. What is the potential together as partners here? The Hermit. Okay, the Hermit is their potential. Off the grid. Okay. This can be either two things. This could be that their relationship is very insightful. There's a lot of insight that they're receiving from each other, because usually when you go in hermit mode, it's about realizations. It's about inner truth. It's about coming to an understanding of your inner light, your path. Because typically in the Rider-Waite version, you see there's a sage walking with a lamp, or a lantern, I should say, and they're going through the dark, which is something very difficult, going through it, trusting that their light will carry them through, and their recognition of what is before them. They don't really know what's in the depths of the dark, but they have some light and understanding and enlightenment to bring. Very powerful energy. It could be that they're learning so much about each other. They're growing intuitively with each other, like with I was about to say Kendall. With Kylie, it feels as though she's carrying in some aspects his energy across, or helping him through this situation. She's spiritually, interestingly enough, right? I don't really know either of them, but it's interesting to see her in the High Priestess energy. Based off of the last two readings I did, she really had a lot of more of the affection and information leading to you believing that she's in a relationship. She had more of the lovey-dovey cards. He had more of the pentacles, more of the like King of Wands, pentacles, like let's do this. Not really much of the heart was involved in this relationship here from what I've seen in the past. So the Hermit can also mean isolation. So isolation from each other, isolation from other people, like not letting people in on their world. That is their potential. It's more so about it being private. That is what I'm getting from this relationship so far. They want to remain private if there is a relationship. But if not, death is the current energy of this relationship. Okay, so I want you guys to keep that in mind. We're going to clarify this as we go, of course. I'm not going to leave you guys stranded or like confused. So we're going to tie all of this up. Let's go on into what their potential, what their lessons are in this relationship. The World. Broadening their horizons. Their lesson is it's also to open up to ideas and possibilities. Like it's actually about being open to what life has for you. When you think of Boozy Brunch, it's about opening up to with this specific card, it's like your palette, opening up to culture, opening up to an understanding of the world that you may not have had. It's about new beginnings. It's about being recognizing something that's ended, right? They had the Death card as their state of the relationship, right? This is something, student loans, I mean, it's about like you ending your cycle of having your schooling and recognizing there are some things you have to keep track of, you have to focus on, okay? So it's like they've moved into this energy of they're being more realistic, they're being more intuitive about this relationship. They're bringing some experience to this relationship for sure. Some insight, some... Interesting, I'm hearing personality, and it's 333. Their personalities probably are not too interesting. I'm hearing their personalities clash. It works only when it benefits them, which is what I'm hearing. So not great energy, but they're learning a lot of lessons in this relationship at the end of the day, regardless of whether it's really truly there. Interesting energy coming through this reading. You know, it's interesting because it feels like a block is coming through, but it's also like the block is almost like mentally coming between the two of them. I feel more openness on Kylie's end, and I feel more stuck energy in his end. And then in between them is death. So it's like what is this? A lot of people are like, what is going on? This is so confusing. I get why it seems so confusing. It's because they're confusing a little bit between this dynamic. Abundant success, though, is what lessons they're learning, is about how to be successful in the world, how to grow, how to learn lessons that they needed to learn in order to make either the money that they need, with the pentacles coming in for Timothee, or it's about just having an openness to experiencing the world. What should they pay close attention to, though? We have Six of Pentacles. Free giveaway. They have to pay attention to giving and receiving. And what I'm seeing already is that Kylie is giving more to this relationship than Timothee is. He's putting in the work, mind you. He's putting in he's a 7, so he's after this, right? This is usually about equal give and take. He's put in so much work into making this happen, but it feels as though it's unequal in regards to the love. The energy of love is not as strong here from these cards. Nothing here was about love as much. The High Priestess is like the furthest, the closest, and it seems like more of an intuitive nudging, like I need to do this, right? This is something that she intuitively feels like is good for her or is helpful, but the love is not here. We have major arcana, guys. Kylie has one, the state of the relationship has one, and then these two are major arcana. So it's huge. This is having a huge impact on their life, okay? I'm hearing their creativity also is being impacted by this. So with this in mind, I'm going to ask Spirit for a Moonology card. Can you please highlight whether this is truly a relationship or not? What is their advice first and foremost? What is the advice that you have, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, for Timothee Chalamet and for Kylie Jenner? Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors. Spirit Guides, Angels, Ancestors, what advice do you have for Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner? What advice do you have for Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner? Whoa. Okay, so we have conclusions are within reach. There is some conclusion coming to pass here. Expect powerful change, and a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, and we also have the energy is gaining momentum. Something is like reaching the climax here. We have take time to breathe out. There's some stress going on between them. When you usually have this card come through, it's about you taking the time to take care of yourself, taking time to breathe out, as it states here, taking the time to recuperate. With the Hermit energy coming in for their potential together as partners, it feels as though they need to really, the potential is really about them recognizing what they truly want, recognizing what their truth is. That's something that's really important here. We also have the answers you need are coming. So they're going to receive the answers and insight that they need. We will receive the answers that we need. I feel like it's a matter of time before the reality of this is really addressed, truly for what it is. I'm hearing the 26th. So I don't know if that is this month on the 26th is going to be when we find just a conclusion for this, where things will just start like making sense. But we have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra, new moon energy. So it could either be like a new understanding of their relationship, that coming through, and that could be on the 26th. So I need to drink some water there. This is an interesting spread here, but I want to touch base with, are the rumors true? Are Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner in a relationship truly? Because here's the thing, it could be because of what I was saying in my other videos, because of PR, or it could be that they truly want to be together. So how does Timothee Chalamet feel externally towards her? How does Timothee at this moment in time, externally he feels like generational wealth, 10 of Pentacles. He feels like externally, like he's just like so happy. He's so focused on like family, because 10 of Pentacles, this is like how he externally feels towards her. He wants people to see that he thinks of her as like his the woman that he's wanted, the woman he wants to have settle down with, the person that he wants to have long term. Typically that's about the end result. That's about like all the culmination of love. Like, I want to start a family, I want to really settle down. I'm feeling this card strongly. And this is the internal energy, King of Vibes, big dick energy here. That's what he got in the last reading, which is a more like a passionate energy, more so like, wow, I don't know how to say that, but like a sexual energy to him, internally feeling that way. Can I have another card for Timothee Chalamet's internal vibe towards Kylie Jenner? The energy in this reading is really weird. Okay, so his internal vibe towards her is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Four of Pentacles is like, it can either be that this person is very protective of their energy towards her. They're very protective. It can also mean that he is protective of her. Now, when I see pyramid scheme, that tells me that it's like he's kind of trying to be strategic about his energy and what he puts out and what he takes in. So he's being very protective around her. Internally, he views her as someone that he needs to be protective from, or someone that he needs to be like, yeah, protective, just very protective energy. Having the Four of Pentacles come out here with the King of Wands is that he's not willing to go deep with her. It's more so like, I want to just express my sexuality, I want to express my attraction, but I want to protect my money, I want to protect myself, I wanted to protect my property. This is a very protective energy. No cups, guys, not one cup yet. We also have here strength. Wow, so he has strength coming out as well. That was another card that felt like it should come out, as well as this one here. What's this? This is the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is typically about like having fun with someone, or it can be a third-party situation of being very like controlled, having the self-control in order to have this relationship. Leo energy as well as Cancer energy. So we're having the cups come through, but the only cup we have for Timothee so far is the Three of Cups, which is not like a very honest energy. It's more of like a flirty energy. It's more of like, I'm gonna protect my energy and give you what I want to give you. And that's what I'm feeling from him strongly. What is Kylie's internal vibe towards Timothee? Kylie's internal vibe, look at this. Her internal vibe is the Nine of Fields, Nine of Cups, blessed. She feels so blessed by him. She really likes him. She really likes him, guys. I don't understand how this relationship dynamic is working, to be very frank with you, because if one person's feeling more of a passion but not the love there yet, you could potentially say, hey, maybe it'll improve and maybe the person will start to catch feelings. But really, do you want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't truly like have the strongest feelings towards you? She feels him as like someone that she can get away with, someone that brings her peace out of a turbulent time. We also have at the bottom, first like. She's the one that really had the interest in him. She moved towards him. And then we have the Tower. Like, he brings a lot of major changes to her life. Something about having this relationship with him has changed her. And the dynamic is very interesting. It's like she's intuitively feeling like he's something to her, and he's kind of like, hey, she's interesting, she's attractive. I would hit that, or I would, not to be mean or to be crude. Please don't take it that way. But these are the words I'm hearing. I didn't want to say it, but I was hearing like a number of things, a number of choice words, and I just felt like I wanted to give you the energy of it, not just the words. But I'm gonna say it, like, he just kind of sees this as a hit it and quit it energy. I'm gonna keep going. What is her internal vibe towards him? Because again, this is her external vibe, right? So she feels like this is an opportunity with the High Priestess for her in the community, in the public eye. This is a great opportunity, and she's intuitive about it. Why did I get this card? Internally, we have the Frenemies card. Five of Vibes, a setback. New career, who is this? Is there anything else, Spirit? Yeah, the Moon, the Ghoster. Oh my gosh. All right, I am frustrated with this energy. What is the internal vibe? One more time. Let's just get another card. What is her internal vibe towards Timothee? What is Kylie Jenner's internal vibe? 9 of Pentacles. This is the Pentacles coming through for both of them now. This is about independence. This is about her feeling like she's like someone who's acquired so much on her own, in her career path. She feels really independent here. Feels really powerful. I feel like she sees him as a very independent energy, okay? I feel this card strongly. Let's see what this is for her internal vibe here. Knight of Thoughts, protest organizer, someone who is very communicative. She feels like he's like a kind of a quick, I'm hearing quick thinker, but also someone who talks really fast, okay? She sees him as an independent energy. She knows that he's an independent soul and that he doesn't have like an emotional connection to her. I'm getting that really strongly. Guys, the moon, new career, who is this? It's helping her career in some way. Frenemies, they clash at times. Like this is about when two people butt heads or clash. So that's interesting here. So I had to come back. My baby needed something and I wanted to make sure he was taken care of. So what is the bottom line? Let's just get to the bottom line of this relationship. Is this relationship for PR? Is this relationship between Kylie and him? That was so many cards. Is this relationship a PR, initiated by PR, or something that is for PR? Is this relationship about PR? We have 8 of Pentacles. This is like career related. This is for their career, imposter syndrome. Is this PR spirit? Can I have any insight into whether this is a PR relationship or true? Is this a PR relationship? Let's get that clarified for everyone. We have the 6 of Cups. It was like this. So I'm getting throwback. Interesting. This is past energy. So in the past, this was an indication of a PR agreement. 10 of Wands at the bottom, burnt out, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands, life coach. So they're learning from the experience they had, because this feels really tired, like the energy in the past. This was PR in the past. Okay, this is something that's past. Okay, and also we have imposter syndrome. Is this PR spirit? The Tower is here. And I feel this card, Temperance. This is supposed to create some kind of upheaval in their life, in their relationship, and then create balance afterwards. So you know when there's a fire, a forest fire, and that's usually it's helpful when it's contained or controlled to help bring about new energy or new trees. When you create a fire that's tamed or that's controlled, you can then allow those trees to continue to grow. Like it's like a really important part of the ecosystem. Here we have that happening. It's like they had to like let people be shocked and surprised by the information and insight in order for there to be some kind of balancing effect, for them to not be surprised if Kylie ends up with someone that is a different demographic, for instance, or if Timothee Chalamet ends up with someone who you wouldn't expect. It's like trying to bring like surprised energy to people, like making them really shocked about this information so that they can do something else, so they can be out of what people perceive them to be. It feels like they're trying to like branch out from how people perceive them, and this relationship is helping with that. We also have one card here, the Devil, the F-boy. Yeah, it's like interesting with the Devil coming through. This is also about like the perception people have of them and how people perceive Timothee and how they perceive the people that he dates. This is interesting. This is like using something as a distraction, because the Devil energy feels like someone that's trying to create an illusion for people. Are they truly trying to date each other for the sake of just getting to know each other? Are they truly spirit guides, angels, ancestors? Thank you so much for these messages. Are they truly dating because they like each other? Ace of Swords. They have a vision for this. When you see the Ace of Swords here, typically that's about having a clear vision for what is coming, having a clear understanding of what you're doing, and they have so many things that they're envisioning for themselves. We also have the Eight of Fields. the Eight of Fields means that they're also, it's like they're trying to move away from some energies they had in the past, where they're moving out of like unhappy feelings or emotional dissatisfaction in their past relationships. So they're doing the inner work through this relationship. They're trying to break free from what people perceive them as individually. They're really trying to focus in on the hermit energy of coming into like an understanding of themselves, and also of letting people see that they can do whatever they want, and that they don't have to play a certain part in culture and society. They can do something that you're not expecting. I'm also feeling this card, and that's Nine of Wands, on edge. So they're on edge right now. They're trying to focus in on what they're feeling. So bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. This is also the Eight of Wands, moving quickly into indecision, kind of deciding and deciphering on what they want to do here. So that is what I'm going to leave you guys with. I would like to also touch base on the circumstance surrounding them. So let's just look and tap in. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, can you give us any understanding of their relationship dynamic? Can you give me any understanding of their dynamic? What is the dynamic between Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner? There you go. All right. Okay, so we have here at the bottom, right, we have child, main female, and journey. I feel like she's going through her inner child, and she's also going through she's also going through a journey as a mother. So this is something that's really eye-opening for her, hence the intuitive senses that she was getting about this relationship. We have the relationship, the dynamic as occupation. We have gift, distant horizons, and we have great fortune. This is feeling like something that is bringing a lot of success their way. It feels like a very opportunistic example of, it's a relationship that is really focusing on how they can work together and create something that people aren't expecting, or how they can work and team up together. But it's more so like an energy of freeing themselves from something. And I really want to know what they're freeing each other from. Like, what is the purpose of this dynamic here? It just feels really opportunistic with occupation, gift, great fortune, and distant horizons. It's like they're getting a lot out of this relationship, and it's more so mental. It's not as much as emotional as people think it is, may think it is. Spirit guides, what are they healing? What is Kylie healing? Let's go with Kylie. What is Kylie healing here? So Kylie is healing her sexual energy. Wow. She's addressing her sexual drive, her sexual interests, and I'm hearing her sexual fantasies. Is there anything else that Kylie is healing with regards to this dynamic, this relationship here? Emotional release is what I saw earlier. Yeah, she's learning how to allow herself to really feel her emotions. I'm feeling like this relationship is helping her actually like to emote, to show how she truly feels on the inside, and that she can be at least emotionally free with him. I feel like she's allowing herself to really feel things that she hasn't felt. I even feel like she cries to him and tells him like things that have happened in her past, things that she's experienced, at least to an extent, right? She's starting to listen to her inner voice, and she's starting to like allow herself to just feel. So growth is about expansion, understanding your horizons and seeing that there are possibilities out there for you. She's growing a lot, guys. If you see 37 and 38, that's telling you that she's moving through her emotions, through her, through the pain, through the joy, through all of what she's feeling, mostly the pain. And she's growing a lot from that. She's also healing her sexual energy as well in this dynamic, stripping illusions, right? Maybe there are illusions like placed upon her of who she should date, who she should be with, and this is her getting out and breaking out. What is Timothee Chalamet healing in this dynamic? Or addressing even? Not necessarily that she's healing him or he's anything like that. It's more so, what is this showing them to heal? We have new day. Beautiful. So he's looking at a new day. He's kind of trying to look at the bright side of life, of seeing that there's so much more to life. I feel as though he's trying to also move past an ex of some sort, and like seeing that there are so many other opportunities in that await him is what I'm hearing. What is Timothee Chalamet healing, spirit guides, angels, ancestors? Is that something flipped over? Is there anything flipped over here? Okay. What is Timothee Chalamet healing in this dynamic, spirit, or addressing in this dynamic? Feminine energy. He's addressing his feminine energy of receiving, of being nurturing, of being patient as well. I feel like that's something that he's learning to be. I feel like he tends to be more active with the King of Wands energy, big D energy here. I feel like he's trying to kind of let things happen and unfold for him. Beautiful. What is Timothee Chalamet healing through this relationship, and what is it showing him? Okay, we have reunion of souls. So they likely are connected in some way from other lives, because when I see that card come out, typically it's about someone who's had a past life relationship with this person. I'm seeing changes coming out. He's starting to meet up with people that he resonates with, unlimited possibilities. But I feel like with the opportunistic energy from earlier, unlimited possibilities is coming out. He's also being able to see past what his conceptions of life and his conceptions of attraction, his conceptions are changing. So he's changing dramatically here, and she's helping him change. We have healing energy and ascension. Yeah, there's something about this connection here. There's something about this connection of how it's like fated, because it's going to help them in some major ways. Like they're meant to meet each other. They were meant to deal with each other, or to be in some kind of dynamic with each other. It doesn't feel lovey-dovey. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It doesn't feel like it was something that started out lovey-dovey. It feels like it was more so opportunity, with the Death card being how it's where it's starting out, or where it is. It's just showing them a lot of their it's showing them a lot of things under the surface. Very transformative with duality. Seeing that things aren't just good and evil, good and bad, but there's like a combination of the two. What are they learning together? Is there something in between them that they're learning together? And love and understanding. I almost said loving. Interesting. We have honoring your energy. They're learning how to honor their energy and to have some sense of freedom in their lives. It's like they're trying to take control of the situation and make it their own. Stripping illusions. Yeah. Stripping illusions and death. Look at that. So we have death coming out twice. Huge transformative energies. I feel like I need to tell you guys what death is here. This is the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards, okay? So we have number 8, death. So it says, this death is scary. Endings, whether they are planned or surprise, are most often accompanied with a sense of anxiety, unease, or more strongly with denial and refusal to let go of the person, relationship, or situation that is ending. Endings always signify new beginnings. As in the new beginning card, this card urges you to let go gracefully. Do not attach yourself to the emotions and the energy of what is ending. Feel it, experience it, and then let it go. A slight shift in perspective is sometimes all that is needed to experience this transition with grace and ease. Instead of thinking, oh no, I have to start all over, shift your perspective slightly and think, yay, I get to start all over. This shift will raise your energetic vibrations and carry you through this time of change. This card can signify also the ending of a troublesome situation. And there you have it, guys. Death is scary. Endings, whether they're planned or surprise, are most often accompanied with this anxiety, unease. But there's something about looking at it in a new perspective. They're looking at what comes out of this relationship rather than whether it's going to end or whether it's going to even begin with love. It's about they really went through it in this relationship in regards to addressing what they perceived of love. I think they were very caught off guard by this relationship. I think they were very caught off guard that they actually have found something in each other that they can learn from. I think they were very surprised by it. What is the end result of this relationship, Spirit? What is the end result of this relationship between Timothee? What is it projected? I'm going to say, what is it projected? Where is it projected to go? Because they can choose it. Four of Wands. It's projected to go viral, which we already know, but it says manifesting results. It's going to indicate, that indicates success. Interestingly enough, usually the Four of Wands is about marriage, but with all of the cards considered, we have to consider that. What is the end result of this relationship, Spirit guides? Wow. We have the Page of Swords, receiving a message. They're going to be sharing a message with the world through this relationship. They're trying to televise this relationship in some way to make a point. They're going to come out with something, some message for everyone. Yeah, the Sun. Enlightenment. Wow, something enlightenment and something enlightening and healing is going to come out through this dynamic here. So that is interesting. Wow. And I also feel this card here, anger. It's like they're healing a lot of like feelings towards the past. This could have even been something that they decided to do in response to some angry energy or feelings towards both sides. Whether it be their fans on each side, they were trying to show people something. They're trying to heal something. They're trying to show people that they can't box them in anymore. Wow, so this is what I have for you guys today. Definitely tell me what you think in the comments below. This energy was so interesting and so confusing. So I hope that I helped you at least understand the dynamic between these two. Definitely like, share, subscribe. I am a new channel, so getting the word out would be so helpful in engaging with my content, or even just sharing it with someone that you know that would really appreciate this. So I am going to just say goodbye for now, but I will be back for more content. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee or personal readings if you'd like your more personalized information for your situation, okay? So you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.